I was wrong about coaching. And probably not in the way that most people think. I used to think so many different things about coaching, and most of them were all negative, just being honest with you. I didn't understand why anybody would want to coach. I thought life coaches were like the stupidest thing in the world. And I thought that coaching was really just for a way for people that were not confident to pay somebody that was confident for their advice. Well, I'm going to share with you the truth about coaching, all of the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So I was very, very wrong about coaching, but not for the reason that you are thinking. So let's talk about this for a second. When I first started getting into wanting a coach, I used to go to all of these seminars. I literally was living in my parents' basement in 2009. I was bankrupt. I had multiple foreclosures. I had no job. I had bad credit. I was an absolute disaster. I had been flipping houses in my early 20s when I lived in Atlanta. And when the market crashed in 2008 and 2009, I literally lost everything and ended up back in my parents' basement. I thought that I could learn whatever it is that I needed to know on my own. But when I was in my parents' basement, when I was broke with no money, I started going to all of these free conferences, free seminars. I know you may have heard them on the radio, and I really wanted to just learn about real estate. But one of the things that really ticked me off is every single time I would go to one of those conferences or seminars, at the end of it, someone would offer me coaching or classes or a program, and it used to be $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And I thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. Why would somebody be offering me coaching or a coaching program when I had no money? I'm literally at a free event and I have bad credit and multiple foreclosures. I literally would get mad at the person on the stage offering me these coaching programs that I couldn't afford. I would think to myself, why are you offering me this? You know I don't have any money. You know I have bad credit. You know I filed bankruptcy. How the heck am I supposed to get $30,000 to pay you to coach me on how to become rich? Well, I had to really go to a lot of seminars before I ever changed my mind. I literally felt like I could learn anything that I needed to know on my own. I had been flipping houses before when I lived in Atlanta, and all I did was watch HGTV. Well, I did make some money, but I did end up in my parents' basement. So I started to think, well, wait a minute, maybe I should pay to learn this. But then I was thinking, I don't have any money. How am I going to pay for coaching if I don't have any money? Well, after going to like 5 or 6 different conferences and getting all of these different offers from different gurus, I decided maybe I do need to do this. What if I did find the money? What would happen? What am I missing out on? What is it costing me not to get coaching? Quite honestly, it was a lot. These people were teaching me how to do real estate. They were all millionaires and billionaires and all this other stuff that they claimed to be. They would have regular people coming on the stage telling about their success story. And sometimes their success story was they just had gotten a property. And I was thinking to myself, why shouldn't I pay to learn to do this the right way? I started to change my thinking from why are they offering me something I can't afford to starting to think, how can I afford this? Because it started to dawn on me that I was losing money. Yeah, literally. I was not investing in coaching. I was not actually doing real estate because I didn't want to pay to learn the information. I thought that I could just go on YouTube and I could watch TV shows and then I could learn coaching. I thought that people that were offering coaches were crazy. Why would they be offering coaching programs for all of this money to people that couldn't afford it? Well, I was completely wrong. I literally had to cancel one of my college courses to pay for my first coach. And again, this was not an easy decision. I'm telling you the honest truth right now. I struggled with that decision. I thought that this was the craziest thing ever. Why would I be paying for a coach in real estate when I'm going to college? I went to college though because my parents told me to go to college so that I could live in their basement. But I wanted to do real estate. I wanted to be successful in real estate. So one day when this guy is offering me coaching and he says it's $20,000, I was taken aback. I really, really wanted to work with them. I really believed in what they were doing and I felt like this was something I could do. But I definitely did not have $20,000. So what did I do? He told me they had a payment plan, and if I could just come up with $3,000, I could get started in the program, and what they would teach me how to make money. It was a big risk for me. So what did I end up doing was canceling one of my college courses. At the time I was going to the University of Connecticut, and I got a refund. And I used that refund to pay for my coach. It was probably the smartest decision I've ever made in my entire life. And it is the reason why I'm such a believer in coaching now. That coach taught me how to do real estate from my parents' basement, and I was able to get out of my parents' basement with the information they taught me. I was able to pay off not only the coaching program, that $20,000, I was able to make over $60,000 that first year of doing deals on the side from my parents' basement. I then was able to move out of my parents' basement, and then I got into fixing and flipping, and then eventually rental properties. Again, my entire life was turned around. But let me tell you what I was wrong about. Not only that I shouldn't pay for coaching, I was also kind of wrong with what I thought they were going to teach you. Let's have a conversation about that. I kind of thought that coaches would just teach you stuff that you could already learn anywhere else. I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, well, I could probably find this information in a book or on YouTube or somewhere else. They're not going to tell me something I don't already know. But boy, was I wrong. Whoa, one of the ways that you can thank me for my coaching that's absolutely free here on YouTube is do a super thanks. Comment below and give me a super thanks. You can give any increment that you wish, but this money will help me create more content and produce more information just for you. Help me help you by giving me a super thanks. I always appreciate it, and I really thank you for it so that I can keep making more content for you. All right, let's get back to this episode. Learning from a millionaire is completely different than learning from a teacher at a school. Teachers at school are teachers. They really are. They have a curriculum, they have a boss, and they're teaching you that information. But when you're learning from a coach, a mentor, someone that's a millionaire, they really don't pull any punches. They really just tell you the truth on how they make money, and they expect you to do the work. It's really different. It's nothing like college. It is nothing like school. I could not believe it. It's not just read this information, study this thing, and then pass a test. In fact, in my coaching programs, there were no quizzes or tests. He really just told us what to do, gave us scripts, and told us to go do it. And then as we did it, we were able to talk to the coach and have questions and get our questions answered that we, from what was going on. So as I was implementing stuff, my coach was helping me to be successful. I did not get that. Honestly, when I went to school, no one ever helped me implement the information that I was doing. If you went to science class, no one's helping you implement biology, okay? But if you're in a real estate coaching program, for example, and he's teaching me how to wholesale real estate, he is coaching me on what to say to the sellers, what to say to the buyers, how to get that contract. So he's really coaching me through the entire process, and he's coaching me on implementation, which is what I now do today. So fast forward, because I know you're like, okay, Noelle, I know that you coach and you've probably seen it on the screen. But let me tell you why I started coaching, because it was not for what you think. Anyone that is coaching you and needs the money, you should not be getting coaching from them. Being honest with you, I don't even take most of the applications of people that try to coach with me because I'm a multimillionaire and because I'm successful in real estate. That's probably why I'm also a really great coach. I know a lot about real estate, I know a lot about business, and I know a lot about business funding. And as a coach, I'm a great person to partner with. So imagine if you were getting coaching from someone that is not successful, that's not a millionaire, that doesn't have a great business. Is their coaching going to be very successful? Probably not. So the weird thing about it is you're probably going to seek coaching from someone that does not need your money and does not need you as a student. That's the key. Coaching is all about you and you getting results. It's not about the coach. Either they have information that you want or they don't. And there's no pressure to it, because if the person is really successful, really good at what they do, they don't need you as a student or a client, and they're not going to chase you. Additionally, they're not going to be cheap. Let's think about this for a second. If someone is a multi-millionaire, they're very successful in what they do, and you want information from them and you want to work with them, do you think that's going to be free? You think that's going to be $5? No, it's probably going to hurt a little bit. It's going to cost you. But at the same time, the reward is probably going to be much bigger. So I'm not saying go pick any coach out there, and I'm not even saying that I can coach you. But if you're looking for coaching or mentorship, rule number 1, get coaching from someone that doesn't need your coaching. Rule number 2, get coaching from someone that already is coaching people, because then they have a track record of success. Because like I said, there's a difference between being successful in business and being a good coach. I literally had to learn how to be a good coach before I ever started coaching. So just think about that for a second. So I have created an entire challenge where I can teach you how to launch and fund your business in just one weekend. Go to 𝗏𝑒𝑙�ls_challenge.com and work with me for 2 full days where I teach you live. I'm live streaming and teaching you for 2 days on how to launch and fund your business in just one weekend. Again, 𝗏𝑒𝑙𝑠challenge.com. That's Noelle, Noelle with an S, challenge, 𝐂𝐴LLENGE, 𝗏𝑒𝑙𝑠challenge.com. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.